YouTube is full of some of the strangest stuff I've ever seen. And if you look deep enough, you'll run into stuff that is so strangely uncanny, you can't believe it exists. And you can't believe how many views it gets sometimes. Come with me as I explore one of the most uncanny things that AI has ever created. This is Spaghetti Baby AI. That's right, you heard me correctly. Spaghetti Baby AI. Dive into a world of mesmerizing AI-generated content where creativity meets curiosity. Why the hell does every AI channel start with that? That is so crazy. Every single AI is like ChatGPT just says, this is what your channel should say. Amazing curiosity. The curiosity of the AI cats that all implode from the stomach. The curiosity of the true crime that's disrespecting the victims. AI is crazy. The channels are crazy. But I don't think I've seen something as crazy as this. Real quick, before I get into this any further, I want to thank the person who put me onto this. They were a viewer, and you guys can all send me stuff too if you look in the description, or you can always just drop a comment. You know, I might find it that way too. Rudolfio is a channel that uploads not just AI content, but mass-generated content slop. Usually, it's with assist of AI, but sometimes it's not. And a while back, they jumped on this trend of Spaghetti Baby AI, and they managed to conjure 29 million views doing so. Here's what the video looks like.
I'm sorry.
I honestly don't even know how to describe what's happening here, and I wouldn't even begin to try. But the part that gets me is when it cuts to the AI of the spaghetti that looks just like children being stabbed into by a fork. That part is insane, especially around all these other kid-themed items. Of course, in the video, they have noodles, and the babies are made out of noodles, obviously, so that's the correlation there. What I thought was even more interesting is that they are literally using the exact same song as some of those AI cat-generated channels. Now, I don't think that this is as crazy as some of the other stuff I've found, because it doesn't really have to deal with like showing it to kids or like trying to push it to kids, and it's not even really as gory as the other stuff that I've talked about, but it is still very uncanny to see this type of stuff, and it also led down a huge rabbit hole that I'll go over in this video. It seemed like this was a meme, and a lot of vlog style and family style channels just jumped on this trend right away, and they did get millions of views with it, but I just think it's crazy. It's so uncanny, and it just sends shivers down my spine when I see these spaghetti babies being stabbed into. It gets quite worse if you look at some of the channels that focus entirely on this type of content, and we'll take a look at that. Whispering Wonders is the channel that I was reading the description of in the very beginning of this video, and this is entirely what their content is focused on. They have like a couple other videos that are different, but this is mainly it. Although it focuses more around animals, they do have the baby ones in here as well, and there's just many different versions of the animals being tortured or cut into. It's really disturbing. Some of these are really disgusting. Honestly, a lot of this is worse than the cat stuff that I've seen. And this channel certainly tries to make themselves seem so cute and beautiful and upbeat, but then you go to their channel, it's just depressing. All these videos with these dogs crying and being stabbed into. One of them in the first thumbnail is even a real dog, and that's crazy. I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore. When I come to a clanker content farm, it's just like, of course they're gonna make this trash, but I don't know why they fixate on this type of gore. I don't know why that's where their mind goes to, but it does get a lot of views, so I guess that's why. But I want to reinforce my hate for these AIs, for these clankers, as we call them, and so I'm going to be releasing this shirt. Well, actually, it's already released, so you can go buy it. Just click the link in the description, it'll take you to my website. If you're a member, you can get 5% off the shirt. I'm not pushing that, though. I would say just buy the shirt if you hate clankers as much as I do. So, yeah, and it's not just a shirt. There's a shirt, there's a mug, there's a hat, and a sweater. So go pick yourself up, whatever one you love, to support your hate in clankers. If you scroll on this channel, you'll be met with just video after video of different ways that somebody or some AI has imagined that an animal could be killed and opened. Now, I know that you were saying it's just spaghetti. Sure, and it is just a spaghetti dog, but some of the stuff is so graphical it doesn't even look like spaghetti anymore. And also, despite the fact that it's just spaghetti, it is some of the most shocking stuff to come across. And it is extremely uncanny. Just the face of the dog, looking into those weird eyes and just looking at the face, something about it just off-puts me. Like, it is a nightmare to look at these. Seriously. I don't even know what you'd have to type into a script to get AI to put this out. Like, some of the stuff is so crazy. Like, this one with a baby that's crawling on the floor and it says feed me and it's got meatballs for hands. How are you typing that in? Are you typing in make a disgusting looking baby that has really big eyes and it crawls around on its stubby meat hands? The imagination to even come up with this stuff, and the fact that it gets so many views, I can't stress that enough. These can't all be bot views, right? I mean, it definitely is getting views. This video in particular makes my skin crawl. It's probably because I have a new baby, but the noises that the video makes, mixed with just the little stubby hands smashing on the ground and the way the eyes are popping out, it's so reminiscent of the way an actual newborn baby's eyes are, but just extended, and it just freaks me out. It is some of the most uncanny horror I've ever seen. But why does it have to be a baby? Of all things, it has to be a baby? Really? But it gets even creepier than it just being a baby, simply put. There's this one video that just makes me... I can't stop staring at it. There's just something about... They're stabbing the baby with a fork, and then it's just making god-awful noises. I'll show you in a second. But I want you guys to put down in the comments, what would you type into an AI generator if you were this disgusting and you wanted to make something gross? What would you fuck with? Like, I'm not thinking of a baby right away, I'll tell you that. I'll think of something fucked up, but not a baby. You guys let me know what you would do. Here's that video where the baby is just making strange noises, and it creeps me out. I absolutely hate the way that the body moves when they're stabbing it and the noises that the baby's making and how big the eyes get when it's the end of the clip. It's just really off-putting to me. And also they put the sad music in there to make you feel all emotional. The baby is crying blood. It's disgusting to think of, but it's also just straight up an uncanny nightmare, I'll tell you that for sure. This gets even weirder as we go down the rabbit hole. Searching this search term, spaghetti baby, will get you some of the weirdest videos of AI babies you've ever seen in your life. Like, I found this one channel and they're making like disgusting babies in gross situations. Like, this guy's got slugs on his head, and then another one, he's got roaches on his head. It's some of the weirdest thought out, and the babies look strange. There's just something off about them. Like, it almost looks like a real baby, but just something is off about the baby. And then they add the AI noises and music on top, and it makes everything even that extra level of uncanny that you don't need in your life. Now, all of this led me into finding some really strange things that aren't really like the other stuff we've been watching up to this point. So one of the things is a weird video that I'll show you guys in a second by a channel that's now making like Ai Slop to try to get a bunch of views. I don't think it's really working out for them, but when they had started their channel, they uploaded this really bizarre short that gave me a really weird feeling, and I think that's what they were trying to go with, is some type of horror situation before they started messing with AI. And I guess that the AI thinks horror is just fucking with babies and animals. So, but here is this video. I think it's really uncomfortable. I'm gonna let you guys watch it in full, and then I'll discuss it later.
जब इंसान पैदा होता है तो दो डर लेकर पैदा होता है। एक है ऊंचाई से गिरने का और दूसरा है तेज आवाज का। बाकी सारे डर हम बड़े होकर सीखते हैं, यानी भूत का डर और अंधेरे का डर, ये सब बाद में सीखते हैं। तो दोस्तों चैनल
Now, I don't speak what language they're using in that video, so I guess if I have somebody who does, they can translate it in the comments, but it shows a baby being delivered, which is interesting, and then it shows just a couple weird shots of somebody jumping off of a building, and then a creepy hallway with a head peeking out. I think the video is intended to make you feel uncomfortable. If I knew what they were saying, maybe it would make more sense, but it gave me this really strange vibe. And that's when I came to this part of the rabbit hole where I stopped clicking around at Ai Slop. Cup Tales. Now, out of all the Ai Slop I've watched, I guess this one's more interesting because they're actually trying to do something a little bit different, and they're not using actual animals or humans as a basis, and instead they're turning cups into living beings who are doing weird stuff. But the reason I found this, I think, is because there's a bunch of videos with spaghetti dumping out of the cup, which I'll show you in a second, but I found this channel really bizarre and strange, but definitely not as bad as these other channels.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey!
Nope.
Hello. Hello.
Yummy? Yes. Yummy? No. Yummy? Yes. Yummy? No. Yummy?
Ballerina cappuccina, tung tung sahur, tung 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 sahur, ta 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 sahur, din 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 dong, ma din 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 dong, li li.
Nope.
Everything about this, the music, the noises, the animation style, everything is so bizarre and creepy. And then the fact that they are supposed to be quote-unquote cupheads, even though in the first one he didn't have a handle at all, and some of them they don't have handles, some of them they do, it just makes it look really creepy. Sometimes it just looks like people with the top of their heads cut open. And it gives me this strange feeling of like horror, even though it shouldn't, because none of these are trying to be. I mean, some of them with the noises, it is a little bit creepy, but it's not even trying to do that. But it's just something about the way the AI does this art creeps me the fuck out. But honestly, that's it. I mean, there's not too much harm being done here. It's really freaking bizarre, and I hate that they use animals and kids to put them in these weird, disgusting situations. But I'd say at least it's not being 100% marketed at children. I mean, the one channel is definitely trying to be cutesy, but in every single video they talk about how horrible it is, so I guess there's that. But I do think it is ruining a portion of YouTube, and I would love it if it didn't, because if you look at this search query for Spaghetti Baby, this could be a cute category of videos with actual babies eating spaghetti. Sometimes that's cute. They get sauce all over their face. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. They cover their face in the food. It's adorable. But now if you search this, you get the dead baby first, instead of the cute kids eating the spaghettis, which is there right next to it. It's unfortunate. If you made it this far in the video, please comment below if you enjoyed this. I kind of tried to do a little bit of a different format on my video to try it out. I don't even know if you guys would have noticed, so let me know if you noticed, and let me know if you like this format of video, because if you're still here at this point, you're either asleep or you are a really dedicated fan, so your feedback does matter. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's crazy, but still could be enjoyable, I guess. Alright, see you guys.